In the silent dawn of civilization, before alphabets and empires, there were symbols. Etched on cave walls, carved into stone, woven into the fabric of ritual and myth, these ancient signs were not mere decorations. They were living bridges between the visible and the invisible, the conscious and the subconscious, the world of men and the world of gods. Today, we walk among their echoes, often blind to their influence, yet they continue to shape our reality in ways both subtle and profound. The power of symbols lies in their ability to condense vast, ineffable truths into a single image. As Manly P. Hall writes in The Secret Teachings of All Ages, symbols are the language of the mysteries. In fact, they are the language, not only of mysticism, but of all nature. For every law and power, active in universal procedure, is manifested to the limited sense perceptions of man through the medium of symbol. The ancient Egyptians inscribed the ankh, the cross with a loop at the top, on tombs and temples, believing it to be the key of life, a cipher for immortality. The Hermeticists saw in the caduceus, with its twin serpents entwined around a staff, a map of cosmic polarity and the ascent of consciousness. In every culture, from the mandalas of Tibet to the runes of the Norse, symbols have served as portals to higher understanding. But why do these forms hold such sway over the mind and spirit? Carl Jung, the great explorer of the psyche, believed that symbols are the natural language of the unconscious. In his Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, Jung writes, "The symbol is a living body, corpus et anima. It is the best possible expression for something unknown, bridging the conscious mind with the deeper currents of the soul." When we encounter a symbol, it bypasses the filters of logic and speaks directly to the archetypal forces within us. The Ouroboros, the serpent devouring its own tail, is not just an image. It is the eternal cycle of creation and destruction, a truth that resonates in the depths of every human being. Throughout history, those who understood the hidden power of symbols wielded extraordinary influence. The magicians of Alexandria, the alchemists of the Renaissance, the shamans of forgotten tribes, all encoded their knowledge in glyphs and sigils, protecting it from the uninitiated and unlocking it for those prepared to see. As Eliphas Levi declared in Transcendental Magic, a sign, when traced with understanding, is a force. It is a will fixed in the world of forms. The pentagram, for instance, is not simply a five-pointed star. In the hands of the adept, it becomes a tool for invoking protection, banishing negativity, and aligning the self with the cosmic order. Modern science, too, has begun to recognize the psychological and physiological effects of symbols. The HeartMath Institute, in its studies on the power of intention and visualization, has found that focusing on certain images, such as the heart or the spiral, can measurably alter brainwave patterns, heart rhythms, and emotional states. This is not magic in the old sense, but a testament to the ancient insight that what we hold in our minds, we manifest in our bodies and our lives. Yet the true magic of symbols is not in their external form, but in the meaning we invest in them. The Taoist sage Lao Tzu wrote in the Tao Te Ching, "The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name." Symbols are vessels for the ineffable. They point beyond themselves to mysteries that cannot be captured in words. When a monk contemplates a mandala, or a mystic meditates on the cross, they are not worshiping the sign. They are using it as a doorway to the infinite. Consider the labyrinth, found in cathedrals and ancient ruins across the world. To walk its winding path is to enact the journey of the soul, confusion, seeking, revelation, and return. The labyrinth is a map of the inner world, a symbol that guides the seeker through darkness into light. In the words of Joseph Campbell, the labyrinth is thoroughly known. We have only to follow the thread of the hero path. Where we had thought to find an abomination, we shall find a god. The symbol, in this sense, is both a challenge and a promise. But symbols are not only tools for personal transformation. They are also the engines of collective reality. Nations rally around flags, religions around sacred icons, movements around logos and slogans. These images become containers for shared belief, uniting millions in purpose or dividing them in conflict. Jung warned of the dangers of unconscious identification with symbols, for when a society projects its shadow onto an enemy, the symbol becomes a weapon, and myth turns to madness. To reclaim the power of symbols is to become conscious reality of our own reality. The Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, as within, so without, reminds us that the outer world is a reflection of the inner. By choosing the symbols we meditate on, the signs we wear, the images we surround ourselves with, we align ourselves with certain energies and possibilities. The alchemist's laboratory was filled with strange diagrams, not for decoration, but as reminders of the transmutation he sought within himself. In our modern world, awash in an endless stream of images, it is easy to become numb to the power of symbols. Yet the ancient wisdom remains. To work with symbols consciously is to awaken the magician within. As you move through your day, notice the signs that appear on buildings, in dreams, in moments of synchronicity. Ask yourself, what is this symbol calling forth in me? What archetype is stirring beneath the surface? What reality am I helping to create? In the end, the hidden power of symbols is the power of attention, intention, and imagination. The ancients knew that to change the world, one must first change the image one holds of it. As Hermes Trismegistus wrote, "That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below," to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. The miracle is this, that by understanding and working with symbols, we can shape not only our own destiny, but the destiny of the world. So, the next time you see a simple sign, a circle, a cross, a spiral, pause and remember, you are in the presence of a mystery as old as humanity itself. And if you listen closely, you may hear the whisper of the ancients, inviting you to step beyond the surface and into the heart of reality itself.